Police shutting down 2 more pro-Palestinian encampments today at NYU and the New School. They also talked about an incident where an officer's gun went off during their deployment to clear out a Columbia University building of protesters earlier this week.
Yeah, despite the shutdowns, protests continue. So what lies ahead? Well, James Ford is live for us in Greenwich Village with a closer look at that. James.
Now, in this plaza, where a tent encampment had been set up and then taken down 12 hours ago, when we were here at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, this was full of hundreds and hundreds of demonstrators. Now, only law enforcement. The demonstrators moved up to the New School, about 14, 15 blocks away from here. That location being another place where a tent encampment was removed. Organizers pointing out that they are continuing to protest, and the protests are getting bigger.
Out here to protest all of the repression.
Everyone in this community's obligation to protect this university as a place where people of color can continue to exist and thrive.
Demonstrators explain why they showed up where an encampment had been. Work crews removed chalk signs from the sidewalk that had called on NYU to divest, to withdraw its financial holdings in corporations with ties to Israel and the war in Gaza. The work crews were next to the police, officers standing behind barricades where a tent encampment had been for days until police removed it around 6 o'clock Friday morning and arrested 13 people here.
Just washing them away and not respecting their rights to speak, to protest. What kind of country is this?
Robert Jareski lives in the neighborhood. Mira Gold is an NYU professor who'd advised the protesters in the encampment.
This is illegal. It's a privately owned public space. So right now the NYPD and NYU are illegally occupying this walkway.
NYU signage along the plaza says it is open to the public. Police also took down an encampment at the New School Friday morning and arrested 43 people there. It happened 3 days after officers removed protesters at Columbia University who'd taken over Hamilton Hall there. But on Friday, the NYPD had to address the fact that a sergeant's gun had gone off when cops had entered Hamilton Hall.
He unintentionally pulled the trigger of his weapon and discharged the firearm. Moving forward, we will obviously counsel the officer and send him to retraining and reevaluate him, and we'll take it from there.
Now, protest organizers point out that the tent encampment that had been right here for the past week had relocated to this place from another area about 2 blocks away. And they say they can move again and set up another tent encampment as this type of protest continues. We're going to stay on top of the demonstrations tonight and have much more on the Pix 11 News at 10 o'clock. Right now, reporting live from Greenwich Village, I'm James Ford, Pix 11 News.
All right, James, thank you.